the studios of Turnstyle Records. Join us for another exciting installment of The Escape Pod. In an infinite universe of mindless podcasting, only one will reign supreme. And then there's this one.
The Escape Pod.
And we're back with the Escape Pods. Welcome. I'm Jezbot.
I'm Timmy Taco.
And
Who's that? It's just us
there's
today.
no one. It's just us. You're not convinced though, Tim. You don't think?
Well, you know, like I like the third person dynamics.
Having a third is good.
Dynamic trio.
Yep.
Trio.
There you go. You got it in one.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What else is there? Is there
Duo,
trio?
threesies.
I think it's a bit blurry.
Yeah. You don't need to know above a good dynamic duo, I think. Oh, Ninja
Trio.
Turtles, there's four.
Well,
Quads.
four dudes.
The quads.
Quattros.
Yes.
Susie.
Susie Quattros. So, bang straight into the Pfeffernuss, which is just a... How would you explain it, Tim? Pfeffernuss?
Well, we explained it last episode. It is a strange word used for the introductory house cleaning
housekeeping.
and
Yes, there you go.
Pfeffernuss.
Pfeffernuss. Just go
It
with
is. It's just all it is. It's just a
So
perf-
I would like to bring up... Well, actually, first, the hit us up. Someone hit us up at Twitter. On Twitter, at Escape Potters. Or Facebook.
Someone that isn't Dave Hughes. Can you still hear me on this mic? Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody that isn't Dave Hughes, Rove McManus, or the project.
How's that, bro?
Because ads hooked it up, and he's just gone tick, 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 tick.
For all these.
Am I dropping in and out here? No, maybe it's my headphones that's dropping in and out. It is. It's in my headphones.
So we do this gag every time.
Do we? Is it a gag?
I don't know.
Is it a gag?
Is it-
Feels pretty real.
So we're getting what? We're getting likes from Dave Hughes and
No, well,
we're getting tweets.
we're
Rather.
getting
we're getting
Dave
their
Hughes,
feeds. We're getting
Well, we're getting stuff like SCG loudly booing Lewis Jetta today. But that's how Twitters go, isn't it? I'm not very.
to be honest, I really don't know what's going on with it yet.
Carl Stefanovic,
I've
Carrie
heard of it.
Brickmore. Why would I want these people on my
Well, I think if
thing?
you like
Why does
their
this happen?
tweets and then they like your tweets and then something
wanna-
like that.
I
But it's
wanna
just a
be
good
in
way
it.
to get in touch with us.
Right.
Or to troll us, or comment in any way. I don't really mind. But it's if you get involved with, if you've got something to plug, or if you've got anything you want to tell us about it, or something you liked about the show, hit us up.
Yeah.
And maybe
Now,
even Facebook, Turnstyle Records Presents.
I'm just looking at the Escape Pod on Twitter now,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it says at Escape Pod email
Oh.
from a post that you did. So,
Okay.
are you using it wrong?
Oh, definitely.
Did you at that, or did it at itself?
I really don't
See.
know what's what.
I've got it right in the at
It's
hole.
a bit Skynet-ish for me, Tim.
It is a bit Skynetty.
Still on the Pfeffernuss. Our
Pfeffernuss.
number one UK fan.
We need a drum roll sound effect.
Oh well, we've got time.
Oh, well, I'll just put it in here. And say, and the number one,
And the number one UK listener is.
Wee Pants. Should we black your name out? No, we're not going to.
So
Yeah,
he's put us on to another fan of ours. In our number one UK fan put us on to our number one fan in Krakow, Poland.
So that's two fans.
Two fans, which is good. Big shout out to Big Papa Large. Well, you know who you are because you're the only one listening in Poland. Yes, big found, and it's now a proud father of a little girl called Matilda, an expat.
Bam.
So yeah, that's grand, and
Oh,
hit
yeah,
us
there you
up. Still Pfeffernuss.
Still Pfeffin.
What is this show called?
It's called The Absent-Minded Co-Host.
Right.
No, or...
Yes, I know where you're going with this. When we decided to do a podcast in our naivety, I did a quick Google search on the name. We came up with it. I don't know who we all came up with it.
Which one?
The Escape Pods.
Oh yeah, Escape Pods.
And as far as I could see, there was no other podcast called that.
Until you had set up an email and
Yes. And we'd said it 50 times.
8,000 times. But it's like anything. It's like every time I've ever been in a band and they're like, we'll call ourselves the Beatles.
Yeah, like the Beatles.
Have you Googled it? No. You might find that there's another Beatles.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, I went on there. There was a bunch of photos of ladybirds and Christmas Beatles, but I didn't see anything else. But what I find is that with most of these bands, I end up having the conversation with bands saying, "Yeah, but you're the rap
version.
You're the
Beatles.
rap Van Halen. They're the rock Van Halen." Do you know what I mean?
We're from Melbourne, Van Halen. You're from LA, Van Halen.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
where
many
are they
times there was a strange story attached to that. That I looked up. I was in a band with ads. We were called Lost Theory.
Yeah, check it out on YouTube.
But we were doing our thing, and then I did a search on. I'm going to get this kind of wrong, but it's kind of around the lines of. There was another band called The Theory.
Yes.
Previously called Turnstyle.
Whoa.
Right? Then I went onto the page to find out who they were. And they had their logo picture was an identical picture
to what you'd already...
to what Icy Cool had drawn for Adam, and Icy Cool's first band before Lost Theory.
Whoa! So there's all these links.
So there's all these really weird links. There was they were previously called Turnstile. They were currently called The Theory. We were called Lost Theory, and they had the same image as what we had when we were like, I don't know, what was it called? Idiom.
Oh yes.
You idiot.
Maybe they're.
It's just one of those weird things.
Who's biting who?
I don't think anyone's biting anybody, but like this is the thing. If you know tick through on the old into Googlebot, you don't know what's going to turn up. But as it turns out,
yes,
there is another Escape Podders.
Yes,
but they're finished.
Okay,
it's over.
So what we that's not confusing at all.
No.
So this is the point though, Tim. I think when you're doing your Google searches for Escape Pod, you're going to find it easier if you put in Turnstyle Records Presents. And now, why is this, Tim?
Because,
what are we doing? What's happening?
So we didn't want it to be searchable as the Escape Pods, because what would happen is you would come up with the other guys, with the metal band, the Scandinavian metal band, Escape Pods.
And probably another 1,000 things called the Escape Pod.
They had 580 episodes.
Ah, right.
We're up to 20-something. So,
do your research.
I registered the name.
Yes.
And it only lets me have a certain amount of characters. I wanted to put Turnstyle Records Presents as the hosting
subtitle
umbrella name.
Yeah.
And Escape Pods was going to be the show.
So
I had to call it Turnstyle Records was our profile, then a channel page, and I typed in, it's called Turnstyle Records Presents, semicolon, the Escape Pods. That's what it was going to be called. But then what comes up is Turnstyle Records Presents.
Right.
So when you do a iTunes search, you can still find it as the Escape Pods, but only if you put Turnstyle Records Presents
it's
first.
A bit whack.
But it is Turnstyle Records Presents.
Now this is the thing though.
It's Turnstyle Records Presents.
Well, this is it. It's turned in our favour somewhat because we have another couple of shows in the pipe works.
Up the pipe works.
You've probably heard. There's another.
I've heard all about it.
Yeah. It's called the Stees, and then there's another thing coming out. Are you going to announce? Do you want to wait to announce what you're going to do with the Digi?
No, I'm definitely going to do that. Definitely going to do that.
Do you want to tell?
So because it's Turnstyle Records, and we've currently got a recording studio and a podcast and
another
label, and a record label, and it's kind of my
umbrella corporation.
Anytime I do something, it's off the back of that. But lots of people come through the studio, lots of DJs, lots of this and that. Everybody asks me, well, this is skateboards. It's about music. Put my song on your podcast, Clarky. I'm looking at you, and then I had an epiphany.
Yes.
Sounds like some high school girl's name.
It would be now, definitely.
Brittany, Epiphany. Epiphany.
Rumour. Is that
a real name?
Yeah, I think Rumour Willis. Or is that I might be making that up. I was actually had a theory about the Hollywood stars naming their kids, and I think it might be either one of two things. It's a pseudonym, so that you're either in the inner circle and you know my actual name, or you know me as Rumour Willis. Hey, Rumour, and then you know who. They don't actually know me. So that's the
I think
first
that's
thing.
what Blanket's all about.
Blanket Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael's,
it might be about something else.
Michael Jackson's son Blanket, you mean?
Yeah, that's the one.
Or in the acting business, and then they want their kid to have a very recognizable brand right from birth. And it's also that whole thing of what's the thing you need to sign up to when you're an actor? And
it's the registry thing. You got to register your name. They go, that's taken.
That's taken. That name's taken. That name's taken.
Yeah. Well, my name's Epiphany.
Epiphany.
Oh, that's not taken.
Yeah, you can have Epiphany.
Yeah, but you can't have Epiphany Jackson.
You can have Apple. You know.
No, you can't have Apple.
Oh, that's taken.
Everything Apple is now.
Oh yeah, you can't have
Apple.
anything Apple.
You can't have. You got your.
You've got your. Well, we talked about it. Michael B. Jordan. Right? He probably had to take... You remember the conversation, Tim?
He probably had to add the B.
B, because Michael Jordan was in Space Jam, and he's a registered... He's got his ticket. He's a registered actor.
True.
So Michael Jordan owns Michael Jordan. Michael B. Jordan.
I'm going to call my 15th daughter Epiphany. Did I tell
How
you
many you up to? How many are you up to now?
I'm up to 12.
Oh, really?
12 daughters.
Far out.
Yes.
Any
don't
tips
tell
to
my
how
wife.
to get a daughter rather than a son? Or do you have another...
You just have many
Heaps.
children with different
Heaps
people,
of
and then
different
you're
people
bound to have
everywhere.
several
Yeah.
all over the world.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
By numbers. By numbers.
And the epiphany is, wear a condom.
Yeah.
Took me 15 goes. But the epiphany was that I didn't really want to trash out these podcasts with endless mind-numbing techno. Clarky, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, we're back to where...
And, the hippity-hoppity isn't for everybody. And I know that... have you ever had grated cheese?
Oh,
You
sure.
get cheese and you grate it?
Yep.
Most people describe that as Aussie hip-hop.
A lot of people don't.
Good old grate.
Yeah.
Grating of the cheese.
It's not for everyone, but there's a market for it and a listening base.
There is, but it's never the twain shall meet. Unless you're doing a music podcast.
If we interview someone that's...
Yeah. So we wanted to do something that's offshoot because you and I
Yes.
have done several mixtapes together.
Yes.
The Hip Hop Headhunters.
Of course. Well,
7 volumes we did, remember?
I remember.
And no one's ever heard them.
Well, I mean, we pull them out every time. Oh, thank you. At every party event.
So you've all heard them.
You've all heard
but
them.
you just didn't know what you're listening to.
Yeah, that's it.
So we're going to put them up.
But how are we going to do it? It's going to be called Turnstyle Records Presents.
It's probably going to be...
the name of the show.
Yeah, or it may even be just its own thing where it's called Turnstyle Digital.
Okay.
And you can digitally access content from Turnstyle that's
Okay.
of a musical nature. So we've split off. We've done a little bit of a... what do you call it? Subsidiary?
I don't know, man.
That's my 16th
Remember, we
son.
didn't go.
I'm going to call my son subsidiary.
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 We should have gone to uni, like we said.
We should have.
We don't know things and words. And
I usually
science
get my
and stuff.
dictionary right next to me. Yeah, but it's,
it's
as
not
you can
that.
see, I've only got the Bible here.
How can you look it up if you don't know how to spell it, Tim?
True. How do you do it?
I don't know.
How can you put your 2 cents in when it's a penny for your thought? How do you do it?
I don't know.
How do you do it?
Well, they got rid of ones and twos.
Do you have 2 cents if you're working in pennies? You don't have sense. Cents and pennies don't come together. What's a penny worth?
Nothing now.
And that's my 2 cents.
It's your penny.
But
It works like this. It works like this. Turnstyle Records presents the Escape Pods. Turnstile Records presents the Stees. Turnstile Records presents Mixtopia.
We don't
We'll
know.
work on that.
We'll work on it. But
coming
that'll
up.
be something that I think that everybody can sort of. Then you can pick and choose. If you want to listen to some Aussie hip hop and you want to grate your face off with, you want to stick some needles right in your deep into your ear hole, then you feel like you want to murder yourself by death by listening to Aussie hip hop, then perhaps that's your place to go. If you feel inclined to, dance music. If you want to, what could be good though, and this is the way I say it. You're at a party.
Yep.
You got nothing to play. You're like, if we could just stop everybody from touching the fucking CD player.
Yes.
Every 5 minutes.
That's true, man.
You know that guy?
Oh yeah.
And I know that you listening to this right now, you are that person.
Yes.
Right. You are.
We all are.
I'm in your head right now. If
Who,
you're
me?
listening to this on headphones, you.
Hey, guy.
Stop
with the headphones
touching
on.
the fucking CD player. You're not a DJ.
Yeah.
You're not a CD DJ.
So you're
DJ.
saying that they could just be at this party and then
Someone could chuck the old, you got your 3/4 inch jack to RCA straight into the stereo headphones, and Bob's your uncle. Turnstyle Records presents
live at your party.
Turnstyle Records presents your party. So if you are so inclined, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. And I think now that I've said that, that's how it will be used.
Yeah. Well, I've been at work heaps of times, and I don't store heaps every day.
Relevant.
Well, I'm at work all the time, and my phone's not big enough to. The storage isn't big enough, so I've filled it up with podcasts and photos, and then there's no room for music, and you can't just stream all the time. So are these going to be downloadable files?
It'll be the same way you do
your podcasts.
Are we still in the Pfeffernuss?
Yeah.
Okay. Same way you do the normal downloads, except instead of talkie-talkie, it's
You're really having
fancy-pancy.
some problems over there, aren't you?
Trying not to make it
Obvious.
but thanks for pointing that out.
The microphone picks up everything, Dim.
I don't
Or is that the
myself listen to music as a podcast, pre-mixed stuff.
Just throw that
But
out
I know
there.
that a lot of people do, and I've been on to the thingamajobby and seen that there are things like that. And
What's the thingamajobby?
what do you call it? Intranet.
Yeah.
And there are
Heaps of
so many.
streaming
We've already got over 20 hours worth of content to just post up to give to people for free. So we wanted to give that little treat.
because it is about content, isn't it?
It is what it is.
That's why we're doing this podcast tonight with the two of us, because I messed up my dates and I can't do our usual slot tomorrow. And because everyone has. I'm going to a stand-up comedy gig. The Jim Jeffries. My mate Andrew got us tickets, and it's yet to be decided what I think about him. So, I've never seen him live. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I've seen him do a few bits on, late night stuff, and the sit-in on the desk, and
yet to see
I'm yet to see
live version of
it's
what
up there on
already...
Netflix. I suppose I could watch it when I get home and
you could
ruin it for me.
I did see
tomorrow.
that on Netflix, but I didn't realise he was Australian.
Yeah, he's an Aussie dude. Works out of the US. Swears a lot.
Grading, like cheese grated.
I'm not going to say anything until I go and see him and suss it out. But we're still in the Pfeffernuss, Tim.
Oh yeah,
still in the Pfeffernuss. This is probably pretty much what this podcast is going to be. This one, because we wanted to put like I was saying, content. And we didn't want to leave the listeners without anything before what, Tim?
Well, I'm taking my wife to New York next week.
Good work, dude.
And we're leaving the kids at home. So
First time you've done that?
First time to New York. The last
you really
time I
must
left
go.
the kids on their own
was about between 12 o'clock.
Shopping centre, and I dumped them off at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then came back at 9. No. We just decided to go away, and it's a musical trip.
It's not just decided. You've been planning this. This has been in full
Oh.
effect, full planning mode for
6 months.
saving and whatnot.
Yeah.
Or are you the type of DJ that can just jet set to New York willy-nilly?
It kind of looks that way. That's the
Sounds
way
like
you
that
do
in
it.
my cans right here.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
really does.
So I'm going to New York. You really must go.
Yeah.
You really should go. And so what's going to probably happen is that during that 2.5 week time,
Yes.
we're classifying that in the Escape Pod universe as spring break.
Spring break, yeah.
So is that the
And,
end of the season? Let's call that a season.
Well, that's 20-something episodes, and I think
we
that's...
could do that as a season.
Is it? See, do you watch House of Cards?
I started to. Yeah, I did. I watched.
There's a
few.
lot of episodes, right, in a season. Yet we watch something like
Game of
Thrones. No, there's a few episodes in that.
9. Or something?
9?
I don't know.
Okay, let's just say Walking Dead.
Say Walking Dead.
Let's say
Walking Dead.
Fear of the Walking Dead,
Yes.
where I know that there's like 6 to 9 episodes.
The first. Well, look. What they're doing only 6 or 9.
Well, that's what it seems, and then they
Well,
cut
don't
off.
base it on the first season though, because
Really?
because they do the test run. Then
Okay.
that's the general. Me being a I mean the concrete business and carpentry. I know a lot about.
23 episodes versus 9 episodes versus 6 episodes.
I know about the business, Tim.
Okay. Because
think
I'm
that's how
watching
they do it.
I'm watching House of Cards at the moment, and just
Yes.
keeps going on and on and on and on.
You want it to end?
Not necessarily, but I'm just like, how many more fucking episodes in this season? Like, come on.
Well, politics,
Like,
man.
yeah, but like,
And politics never stops, apart from the 6 months that they stop it.
we enjoy watching Game of Thrones, but
Yeah.
then a year later, why? It takes a year.
I know Game of Thrones it might be a bad example because it's off a book, right? So there's only a certain amount of books he's written, so they can't just lash out and do willy-nilly.
What about Harry Potter coming back for a money-grabbing?
Stage play?
No,
He's
they're
doing
doing
stage-
another
stage.
H,
Yeah,
another book,
yeah.
not written by
JK.
J.K. rolling in money.
No, it's by H.
KJ.
Rollins. It's Henry.
Is it?
Henry Rollins writes it.
Does he?
No,
Yeah.
Henry Roll. I'll just put it out there. I don't think Henry Rollins is going to be writing the next Harry Potter spin-off
No.
book.
What is it? What's a Black Flag song? Do you know any Black Flag songs?
Low income residential.
Or something like that. That's a hemorrhage song.
Jez
Jez Ryan.
That was a band.
That was a band I was in, a metal band.
called.
Hemorrhage.
How did that one?
We hemorrhaged.
Yeah.
That
pretty
ended.
cool, though. It was good.
That ended.
I like that band.
Actually, there you go. Take a look at that.
Photos of.
Photos of hemorrhage right there.
Oh, really?
That ended when
Photo
Ronzi's dreadlocks fell out, and Jez Ryan was singing the last song of the last set we ever played. That's why it was the last set. And in a blood-curdling scream to the gods of thunder.
Hell.
Yeah.
Low income residential.
He fell backwards on the drum kit and fell over Christian. And that was the end of hemorrhage.
He hemorrhaged. We took him to
That
the
was
Alfred.
25 years ago.
No.
Yes, I recently talked to the boys and said, why don't we...
Well, everyone does have a lot more hair in these photos.
Well, when we recorded our demo, it was on tape, Jeremy.
Well, holy shit, Tim.
Yeah, that's a goo at Metro.
Oh. I've never been at that gig. I probably was.
You're probably at it.
Um,
You're probably pashing someone on the stairwell downstairs.
yeah, well, if it was a good night, for sure. That place was great. Goo at Metro. You used to sneak out of home and go to the city somehow
And
on a
take
Thursday
jelly
night.
shots
And
on a Thursday night. How
I don't
the fuck did we
understand
get
it.
that? We
I
must
was
have caught a train.
underage and I don't know. Write us
think
in
we'll
it.
probably-
Hit us up at Facebook if you ever snuck into Metro Goo on a Thursday night underage. I'm sure we'll get many, many hits. I'm just really trying to push this. Someone, I will give what's the prize, Tim? The first person that
What about
the first
I'm
new
trying to remember who it is. Patty Forbes
yeah
had a mate with the long dark hair,
Okay.
short dude.
telling
you know
the
the guy?
story. Yep.
Yep. And he needed to get into Goo Metro.
Yeah.
Couldn't get in because he wasn't of the right age.
Mm.
Sweet looking boy,
Yeah.
nice little lad.
Oh yeah.
Borrowed Vanessa's ID to get in, and it worked.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
That's a twist.
He had dark hair. She had dark hair.
long flowing.
The end.
Mm. I think they were letting people in.
I think they were letting people in because when they said, "So what's your name again?" Vanessa. That was a dead giveaway. In you get. But that's a true story.
All right.
That's bizarre, isn't it?
That is.
Do you mind if my friend borrows your ID for the night, Vanessa?
And what have you got in the way of dresses?
That's for later.
So still in the Pfeffernuss, Tim.
Oh Jesus!
We haven't even started yet. You're coming up when you get back from New York.
You really must go.
We have talked about doing a special podcast for your 40th birthday.
Oh yeah, Oscar was talking about that. Is that a real thing?
Well, I think it might be a real thing. We want to do something along that. So that's coming up.
Is it?
That's coming up. So
Why don't we just have a party?
well, we will. We'll do a podcast and then we'll have a party. Maybe.
I'd like to see how that's going to be coordinated. Will we do it the night before? That's probably better.
No. We set up the party, and then we set up the studio. We get everyone to come early.
This is what I
Do
this
the
is,
podcast.
These are the questions that I have because I'm talking to my beautiful wife about parties, and the only way for a party to be truly successful
Yes.
is if I work the entire time. So what you're
Yes.
saying is when I'm not DJing
Yes.
or cooking the food for everybody at the barbecue, I'm
Doing
controlling
a podcast very quickly.
I'm controlling the podcast
Mm.
microphones
Yeah,
and whatnot.
that's what I'm saying. What's wrong with you?
Okay. All right.
No, what I'm saying is you've got a lot of
Time on my hands.
no, you've got a lot of good friends, Tim, who are willing to help you out with
If you are one of my friends, please text or phone me once in a while.
on
Escape
Escape
Potters. Yeah.
yeah, so that's about it, and that is the end of the Fair Funnel.
Well, we'll check a little bit of outro music here. And there we go.
Very good.
Okay.
Oh, now, so New York. He's just going to mark that where to put the. I thought you're going over to New York. You're going to need some. You're going to need some scratch. So all the all the potters have put together a little Prezi for you there.
Oh
Tim.
well, so I'm gonna have to get you to put that in my undies.
Oh yes, 'cause
It's a $1 bill.
it is an American $1
Just
dollar
put-
bill. Yeah, just that's weird. So
It
there
got
you go.
weird.
That's $1,
Thanks.
Tim.
And that's the
A buck. It's a buck.
It's a buck.
It's a
Is that what
buck.
they call it over there?
Yeah, that's your first buck.
So what do you call this over here?
We call it $1.
Can't buy anything for $1.
So you interested about?
Oh, I'll buy that for $1.
I would buy that for $1. I'd buy that joke for $1.
Or you buy this note for $1.
I would.
It's
For
only
my
wor-
dollar?
It's only
So-
worth $1.
I would. It
You'd
gets
buy that
better
for
for me if I give you $1 for that.
What does it work out?
75
I think it's
cents or
70
something.
cents, 77 cents.
That's
so
not
you
street
buy
value.
that for 77 cents? I'd buy
Yeah,
that
we
for...
would do it.
No, I think it's more than
I
that.
think
Don't you pay more?
Depends what it's high. Is it high
So
or
if you
low
pay
at the
low,
moment?
low,
It's
you
like, but what are you
carry
gonna
the
get?
Y and then
Sort
plus
of at
the
92
2.
a couple of months ago. What's it
And
going
then
to our
and then
economy?
I got Brucey Boy
Mm.
to go exchange some money for me because apparently pensioners get better rates.
Your father.
That's him, and he got me a stack of the funny money,
The green
And
stuff?
The green stuff.
Mm.
The
Dollar bills, y'all.
that's the one.
Dead prezes.
The prezzies.
prezzies.
Got me some prezzies, and it looked like fake money.
It does.
I thought I knew American money.
You
That
won't-
looks real.
You're not going to know American money until you go over there and
fucking waste it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna make it rain. by the
Dollar
way.
bills.
I'm
You
gonna
could have
make
a
it
dong
rain.
bath. So,
What do you have? Do you have what you got your what you call
bill.
dollar bill bath?
it's
Bill,
fine. Bill bath.
Billy
Bunting.
Burgers,
Bath
bubble
time.
Billy's bubble
Buck.
bath bunk
Buck
buck
time.
bath.
Timmy's buck bath.
We got to really work on this.
Timmy's
shtick.
buck bath. Let's just agree with that.
Tim's buck bath.
That's fine. No, Timmy, Buck's bath will do. So, interesting facts about New York, Tim. You want to know anything about New York before you go?
I would like to know that. Yeah. What have you got?
Well, this is just off the internet. Randomfacts.com. Yep. .com. New York is the third most populous state in the United States after California and Texas.
That's not going to help.
Nope, not yet. 19 million.
What?
It's people.
Oh, okay.
A little over 8 million live in New York City alone.
Jeebus,
That's a lot.
creepers.
Seems like a lot. In fact, about 1 in every 38 people live in the US lives in New York City. That can't be right.
How many?
1 in 38. Yeah, that could be right.
1 in 38.
Now, I'm no
people lives in New
mathematician.
York.
Right?
So does
don't-
that mean you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 37, catch a plane, go over there, count one of them, come back out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Because
7,
if you're in Texas, are they saying that 1 in 38? If you did that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 38's going to be the 38th is going to be a Texan. I don't think we understand statistics.
Statistics, no.
That's why we have to do it with a third person because together
they
we're-
clarify it. And while we're arguing about it, they're looking it up on the internet
Yeah.
and clarifying it.
Well, that's the first one. So I've got a few more. Woodstock. The
not a good
Woodstock
start.
Music Festival was actually held on a dairy farm in, I'm going to say, Bethel, New York. After the towns of Woodstock and Wallkill refused to host it. The festival took place over 3 days in August.
So it was supposed to be in Woodstock,
400,000 people.
and then they called
Yeah.
it Woodstock, but it wasn't in Woodstock. I
Yeah.
wonder how many people rocked up to Woodstock.
The extra
real
100,000 people. There's 400,000 people went. And I bet you there was not one Portaloo.
Because they advertised.
There
and
would
they
be
said-
no Portaloos there.
That'd be like any party we've ever been to.
That'd be terrible. New Yorkers. Here's one that's... Yeah, here's one that you're going to need.
Here's something.
New Yorkers bite 10 times more people than sharks do worldwide each year. So...
Okay. So look out for biters.
Sharknado, man.
Now, are you talking about rapping biting? So if I go,
biters as in
if
hip.
I go to the hip, the hop, someone will come in and go to the hip, to the hop. I'm like, yo, that's my bit. You bit me.
Aren't you going to meet one of those dudes?
I am meeting up with Solomon Jazz.
Wasn't there a hippity
Yo,
hop?
relic.
You're going to meet up
I'm
with...
gonna meet up with
Ah,
him.
good. Say good day.
I'll have to probably buy him lunch, and he did.
Pay for his
He
taxi.
did in the same breath say, "Bring me back some basketball jerseys," which I went, "Okay, I'm pretty sure basketball jerseys are yo relic, just the shop that was around the corner from your place." I went, "No, I don't think you remember our
Country.
position." So I looked it up, and one of the jerseys that he was after was $480.
Yo. Yo, really?
I
got a big favor to ask you.
yeah.
Okay,
Needless to
well-
say, I am not buying him a fucking basketball jersey. What I actually wanted to do was bring him over a Oakley basketball jersey from...
I could get him I could give him an old ratty Ashwood basketball.
Ashwood
Ashwood.
basketball.
How about this, Tim? How many languages do you know how to speak?
I've got the one.
Right. You're going to need to know how to speak 800.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the most diverse linguistically. I can't believe I pulled that off. It's very diverse.
And every one of those people understands the words "fuck" and "off."
Yes. And so another statistic, so we might not get this one either. But
Name 3 things a taxi driver will say to you.
hey, how you doing over there?
How you doing?
4 in 10 households speak a language other than English. Now, why can't they break that down a bit better? 4 in 10.
4 in 10. Yeah. What's with that?
I don't know.
What's the other 6? English.
Is
Is that right? Is that how statistics work?
I don't know. Tweet at us. Okay. Okay. From 1886 to 1924, over 14 million immigrants entered through New York Harbor into the United States, which is kind of what you'll be doing, Tim.
Except not.
Yeah.
I'll be
About
over the top of it.
About 40% of Americans can trace their at least one ancestor to Ellis Island, which is where the pretty sure that old
Isn't that where they got the
chick
old
with the chick with the thing?
and the thing on the thing with the water all array around it,
That's
thus rendering it an island?
Yeah. Now here we
I
go.
don't know what's
I'll
up with
just
that.
confirm that. While Liberty Island and a portion of Ellis Island were in New Jersey waters, they are the territorial jurisdiction of New York. Now, France gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States in 1886 as a celebration of 100 years of U.S. independence.
Some would say. The others would. If you look that up on conspiracy theories,
The statue was shipped as
Contrary to
350
popular
pieces in 214 crates. It took 4 months to assemble. Yes, and its home
Crates.
is now on Ellis Island, so you'll know now.
That's how I used to feel taking going and doing DJ gigs before Serato was invented. 247 crates.
I get that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Could have fooled me. You know what we need? We need a third person laughing.
That's what it is. So you just get that.
So what you get is you get this, and you just go, I'm a DJ, and I had 378 crates.
Great.
Thank you.
What about the state of New York disposes nearly 23 million tons of trash each year? New York City alone sends a 9-mile-long fleet of trucks of trash every day to sites up to 300 miles away. Now look at that photo just there, right? Of what is it, Tim?
It is a bunch of. It's probably about 80 trash bags on the side of the
Black garbage bags, just.
black garbage bags.
And where are they? Are they in a bin or anything like
No,
that?
they're just thrown straight onto the sidewalk. I'm trying to walk over here.
Are they separating the greens from the garbage
there
from
looks
the
like
recycling
there's
there,
much
Tim? You
of the
think
old
that's the
recycling going
recycling?
on.
How does recycling?
How does
go?
recycling happen when you got to send plastic to one place and bottles to the other and rubbish to another, yet everything is in a plastic bag?
I don't really know.
Because with the landfill, they just run over.
Mix it up with the.
They just mix it, don't
yeah,
they?
they mix it up.
Because they've closed that tip around the corner from our place.
Yep.
Now what? Does
Sends off to the next
somebody
hole.
comes to develop it?
Well, that's
They
Sydney
can't build on it because it's
for a while.
like-
Well, now that's all changed because now they layer it. So the tips of ye oldie times was just everything, and that's why it used to stink. So now that they keep out the greens and they keep the meats and,
You
they,
don't get
and then
that.
they layer it and they aerate it and they burn the methane. Look,
it breaks it down fast.
hey, I know about tips, Tim.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
know
tip.
about hot tips.
Hot tips.
Okay, well that's a few things you're gonna need to know.
Just tell me one more thing.
Yes.
Are we still in the Pfeffernuss?
No.
Okay.
No,
The Pfeffernuss ended? Okay, good.
Um,
I knew it did.
Oh no, this is a good one. In 1901, New York was the first state to require all automobiles have license plates.
What the what?
However, the plates were not issued by the state, and they were to be made by the owner. And all you had to do was put your initial on it, Tim.
What the what?
Well, look, I'm just reading out what I printed off.
Oh,
the
yeah.
internet. I don't.
I'm not questioning the information. I'm questioning the idea that
It's going to work.
John Smith, 1872, my mistake.
Do you think it's going to work?
That's not going to work.
All right. What about this? let's make some laws about it, shall we?
Okay.
So I've got some New York laws.
Oh.
Now, I don't actually know. Oh, this is off. I've sourced it off www.dumblaws.com. I can't believe that's a site.
Dumb laws.
Dumb laws. So,
Believe it.
all right, I'm believing it. Dumb laws in New York. These are some of the ones I've
These
highlighted.
are these things I need to watch out for.
I think you should.
Do not murder people.
Well,
What a
it's
dumb
pretty-
law.
It's pretty close.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you got?
It's against the law to throw a ball at someone's head for fun.
Right.
But if you're doing it out of spite, it's totally fine.
It's totally fine.
Don't do it for
What
fun.
if somebody doesn't catch the ball? They can sue me.
If you catch it with your
Okay,
face.
cool. Let's see how many of these are suable laws. Go.
The penalty for jumping off a building is
to be sued.
death.
Oh. Is it?
Yeah, that's what.
It's pretty dumb,
Depends how big the building is, I guess.
I guess. So if you survive the fall, they
They
death
charge you
sentence.
for it.
No, you get the death
Oh yeah,
sentence.
that's it. They gas you. A person may not walk around on Sundays with an ice cream cone in his or her pants.
Okay.
Women may go topless in public, providing it is not being used as a business.
Okay. That's one to look forward to.
Yeah. I hope you
it's
see
hot.
some
I'll send you
stinking
some
hot
photos.
weather.
I don't think it is. I think it's going to be icy cold.
No, we'll
No, we looked it up, and it's 8 degrees, 12 degrees, 14 degrees.
Do you know what?
7 degrees, 8 degrees.
You want to experience New York in the winter wonderland.
It's not snowing. It's just going to be fucking cold.
Great.
So I don't know. Ring
Well,
that in.
okay. Well, slippers may not be worn after 10 p.m. Apparently.
Oh my god,
That can't be right.
what happens? You got to go to bed, Spotty.
Dumb laws. This is a dumb law they put in. You may not smoke within 100 feet of the entrance to a public building. Well, yeah. That's the way the world's going, isn't it?
That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
That's not dumb.
Citizens may not. This can't be real. Citizens, maybe it's these old laws that they've never been fixed.
Amended.
Thanks, Tim.
This is
You're
my-
getting right into
this
the
is my
smarts,
eighth-
aren't you? Yeah.
Eighth son.
Amended.
Amendment.
Amended. Citizens may not greet each other by putting one's thumb to the nose and wiggling his fingers.
And saying the words no, 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 no.
And that's right. A fine of $25 can be levied for flirting.
Okay.
And that probably makes sense.
Flirting
Like
with
if
the
these are
law?
if these are old laws,
Ye olde.
ye oldie,
Ye olde dummy laws.
25 quid or dollar or bucks.
It's a sting.
It's bucks. It's a sting.
25
It's a lot.
25
It's a lot.
bucks.
Do you know how many ye oldie hookers I could get for
25
25?
bucks.
I could
Probably
either get-
25.
I could get one $25 hooker. I could get 25 $1 hookers.
I got your hooker right here. There's a lot of paper flicking going on
It's an
tonight.
old Bender joke.
Okay.
So that's pretty
Me,
much wrapping
Bend
up.
you.
Wraps up your
Oh, so I
your
know what
holidays.
to.
Are you excited, Tim? Are you excited?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I really must go. You really must go,
Yes.
and it's going to be pretty good.
Good.
Sorry, I'm just twiddling with the old headphone thing here. It seems to be jigger-wadding. Oh, Jesus.
One other thing I wanted to bring up, Tim. I don't know how you feel about the old Purple Prince dying.
Prince. I played a Prince tribute the other night in the middle of a hip hop gig, and do you want to know what happened?
Yeah.
Everybody left, except for the people that mattered. Me. No, it was at the end of a gig. Somebody came up and said, "Hey, I know it's a hip hop gig, but can you play a Prince song?" And I just went, "You know what? I'm going to play fucking every Prince song." And I did a half an hour expose
No shit.
on Prince.
Good.
So
it was a good night out there.
it was a great night.
Successful.
But what tended
do you-
to happen is that a lot of the women
yes.
came in from outside
Good.
and started to dance.
Yes.
And all the
Yes.
blokes that stand there with their arms crossed
Ah.
left.
awesome.
and it was a great night.
Yeah. Because they're too fearful for the dance. They don't want to be dancing.
They don't want to dance. There's a few dudes that stayed.
Of course.
Only
Modern
older.
times, Tim.
Only
Modern
older.
times. 'Cause
Only
they don't
older
give a shit
people.
anymore.
They don't.
They just let it
No,
all
we-
hang loose.
My predictions.
Yes.
My predictions
Yes.
for the future.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a delay on that.
Sure.
For the future. I have to just mark that one too. Is Madonna? I'm looking at you. You're next. I've said it here first.
Okay.
Then, and I don't know. I'm gonna say Madonna
Yeah.
before Stevie Wonder.
Okay. Well,
But,
yeah, right.
I'm putting Stevie Wonder up there, and I'm putting Madonna.
So, it's very interesting, right? You should say that because, like, if I was Mick Jagger or Billy Joel, I'd be shitting myself. I would be.
pretty much.
But I was actually thinking about that movie, The Deadpool. Do you remember
Yeah,
Not Deadpool,
the Deadpool.
The Deadpool, which is a Clint Eastwood jam.
Oh yeah, the one
Remember
where
that?
he goes around and
He's a cop.
he's got that dog.
Meathead. I don't think it's that serious. No, that's
serious,
Callahan.
isn't it?
I think
Oh,
that's
that's
Callahan.
Callahan. Yeah,
I don't think he's
that's
Callahan.
Dirty
I think
Harry.
he's Dirty Harry. Yeah, I don't think he's Callahan.
I thought Deadpool was Dirty Harry.
Oh, look, I don't know. But the general, yeah,
You
look
too,
that up.
nice.
I'll continue the story.
You keep talking. Yeah.
You look up Deadpool, I'd say it's 77 or 78. And, yes, he's investigating a crime of rich people betting on who's going to die next. The
Right.
Deadpool. Stars. Which star is going to die next. And I'm kind of thinking we might be seeing that this year. You know, like, we got your Bowies.
You got your princes. You
You've
got your.
Got you the guy from the Eagles. You got your. There's a heap. We should probably look that up. But there's a lot of dudes dying, and maybe this is my little conspiracy theory here, Tim.
Dirty Harry Callahan
Yeah.
must up a sick secret contest to murder local celebrities, which includes himself as a target.
Ah,
Callahan was never a celebrity.
it is Callahan.
It's Callahan,
Cool.
but it's also Clint Eastwood. So maybe they're trying to kill Clint Eastwood, but
Yeah, well,
Callahan's
that's what they're
investigating?
saying, yeah. It's the third wall, man.
oh yeah,
Fourth.
don't look into
How many
the
walls?
camera.
How many walls are there
I
again?
think there's 3.
Okay. Anyway, it's been ripped down.
It couldn't hold the roof up. 'cause
So are
there's
you
only
with
3 of
my
them.
sort of conspiracy thing?
I'm
I
with
think
ya.
it's maybe the IRS or the music companies themselves even, that are kind of like going, right, remember that deal you signed with us that you reneged out of? Or you remember that
Yes, because we are
that's
seeing a lot of
signature to the devil?
like Sia,
Yes.
having troubles with her with her producer and losing her career, and then Lady Gaga leaving her career. So like
And
as a
and
contrast,
do I
a
have to say
contract.
Kesha?
Kesha,
Man.
probably who I was talking about.
Kesha,
when I
not
said
Sia.
Sia.
Yeah. It's terrible.
It
It's
is
a
that
terrible
kind
state
of thing.
affairs.
So you think there's a secret?
Well, they could just be dying from their outlandish lifestyles. And
They could be
drug
dying
habits.
from their illnesses.
They
Have
could be
you
dying
thought
from
about
old
that?
age.
You've seen that?
There's a lot of things that they can. But if you're so goddamn rich,
Old. Oh.
why can't you just like have a team of people checking your pulse, checking your arteries, checking?
Isn't that how Michael Jackson died?
Yeah, he had a bad doctor. You want to get a good doctor.
You gotta get one of those
Get
good
a
ones.
good one. Yes.
Is there such a thing?
Yes.
What about the doctor that when we went to? I'm gonna have to
Bali?
do that. No, we went. What about that doctor that when Vanessa and I went up to Byron Bay and we went to the doctor because she had a bit of a sort of red dots appearing on her hand.
Oh, it's worrying.
And it was like, I
Should we
can't
go to
touch my
that?
fingers. I can't. My fingers are
Bit of
hurting. I
swelling's
can't carry my
happening.
bags. Can you carry my
Very
bags?
sweaty at the
Wait a minute.
moment.
Now that I think about it, she might have just been getting ready to carry her bags for it. But he said, should I put on a Byron Bay doctor voice?
I think you have to.
It's mostly wowie, man. Oh, man. No, he said his diagnosis.
I have to do it in that voice, though.
His diagnosis was just looks like some bizarre allergic phenomenon, man. Chucked a man on the end.
Really?
And I said out loud, quack! And we laughed.
Right.
Some bizarre allergic phenomenon.
Antiseptic cream.
You could say that about anything.
Looks
like some bizarre allergic phenomenon, man.
No antibiotics.
He was eating Scooby snacks.
Right.
Out of the box.
Yeah. Well, you don't really want to see. You want to have a doctor if you're mega rich. I'm saying every morning, bit of a check. You check your eyes, check your breathing.
You turn your head to the left and cough.
You check your pulse. I would say.
Check your pulse. Check your pulse.
Check the breathing. Check the pulse.
Shine one of those lights in your eye.
Yep.
To see if the black bits go
dilating or not.
Big or
dilated or small. I don't know.
Then stick that little pointy thing in your ear.
And then that. You remember how you go to the doctor and you get the whole arm
fist
up your
Yeah.
That happens.
Yep.
That's what happens, isn't it?
I think so. And then they ask you about your diet.
Yep.
And they want to know why there's so much semen present in your stomach.
And then they go, I know they did it in ancient times. They would check your stool.
They rifle through your stools.
Yeah.
Like some kind of sea crab.
Yeah, you've got a whole team of dudes just making sure you don't die.
I guess if you got that much money, you would hire a stool
checker.
Stool checker.
Yeah.
Because King Edward had a stool checker. No, he had a stool catcher.
It's a bit different.
You've
got to work your way
it's
up.
Changed.
You've got to work your way up. You start with the bucket, and you end up
catching
rifling.
it. Bad diets back then. The bucket does nothing. Because buckets back then were wicker baskets, so I think your hands go under the wicker basket. Anyway, I don't want to go into the details too far, but
that was groundbreaking. The first dude to make a basket.
That was groundbreaking.
It would have been.
I guess so.
It would have been the shit.
What are we going to do with all this straw?
It would be like the internet back then. It would be the most interesting thing.
It would have been a boom where everybody was wearing straw hats. You got your straw wicker baskets. You got your straw
hammocks,
skirts, hula skirts. You got your
big straw paper
brooms. You got
well, bedding would be a big thing.
Imagine that. You could just go around.
Do you mean the straw boom?
The straw boom.
Straw boom.
Straw boom of the. Do you want to say?
A long time. Romans invented roads and swords and stuff. So I'm talking the wicker basket. It's got to be. It's got to be 10,000 years old.
Wicker. I mean, wicked.
Yeah.
Right. So quacks.
Yeah.
Fucking quacks. I don't want to go to the quack while I'm in New York because they say to you that could cost me upwards of $1 million.
Make sure you have a Ventolin.
I've got that
because it will cost you.
I've got that.
Yes.
And preventative
measures.
Of preventative measures because I don't want 16 children.
Have you got plenty of underwears?
Well, we figured this.
Have
is
you
the
got
way
your
we
passport?
Yeah, got all
Have
that.
you got your tickets?
We figure that we're only packing for 7 days because you can take your clothes
off and
at some stage and walk around nude in New York, and apparently that's not against the law. Well, for Vanessa, it isn't.
As long as it's not for business.
You take him down a laundromat.
But you're on vacay, man. You're not. There's no.
Yeah, but you take him down a laundromat, and there's a dude standing there. Yeah. You don't have to laundromat yourself and dry.
That's what we do.
Fold and press.
We go overseas,
and they give it to you in a pile of what you call
folded,
it? Clean,
folded and clean.
What?
What do you call it?
What do you call this?
Folded,
clean.
Yeah, that's what we do. If you
go to
Thailand or Bali or whatnot, which many Australians have, always get your rammies cleaned.
And if you at Escape Pod as us, I'll buy you something in New York.
There you go.
Is that going to get you to fucking? Is that going to get you to do it?
The first person gets a snow globe.
which is all that Audrey asked for. My daughter.
Oh, really?
My 12th daughter. She
got the normal name.
She got the normal name. That's before I ran out of names. And she wants a snow globe.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I said, oh yeah, I think we can do
a
that.
snow globe I can give her from
just give me
Malaysia
that.
and
Just
stuff.
give me that.
Yeah, you can actually slip
I'll
the
say,
photo
welcome-
in the...
Oh yeah, welcome to Malaysia. Have a nice day.
That's
Yeah, they've got a new
Jeremy
place
and
in.
Kenzie.
So they've got a place in New York. It's called
Malaysia.
KL.
yeah, that's right. No, that's cool. That's a really good idea. Anyone, the first person to would be able to check that. You think?
How can we check that?
First person who tweets at us, New York.
You're saying that like they're going to do it right now, but this hasn't aired yet. So
No, but
by the time
we're getting
this
the parameters.
airs,
We're getting the parameters.
by the time this airs,
yes,
I'll be in New York, right?
will it?
If I look at my Twitter
yes.
in New York
Yes.
and somebody that isn't a fucking family member that I already have to buy shit for,
Tweets at you.
tweets at me and says the words
Yes.
snow globe,
Yes.
then
I love it.
I will tweet them back and say, you have won,
A snow globe.
you've won, and then
And then I'll spring for the postage.
we'll work it out. We'll work that
I
out.
love it.
And then we'll mail it to you. And that'll be our gift to you. From me to you, to Jeremy to pay for you to get
have
it
it
delivered to you, to
for
me, from me to you.
So that we get a slight dopamine or endorphin hit when we read the tweet, because that's what it's really about.
'Cause that's what we're doing about.
It's like the flashlights and the gambling. Facebook likes. That's what it is.
I thought you said the flashlights.
No.
It's like the
Flashlights
flashlight.
are different.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
so
that's
cool.
good.
Yeah, all right.
That's good.
Snow globe.
Snow globes.
The word is snow globe.
The secret word is snow globe.
And I won't accept a Facebook.
No, you have
Post
to
either,
to
because
sign up to Twitter, like us, hit us up.
You've got
Say
people have already got people listening to this have already got a Twitter account. If you're in America, you're not going to want a welcome.
Who cares?
Welcome to
Whoever it
America,
is that says to you, secret words,
Snow globe
gets it.
gets it.
All right. Well.
Okay.
look,
Well. Okay. Is that the end of the Pfeffernuss?
yeah. That's the end of the Pfeffernuss. It's going to be a couple of weeks before things are getting reposted and whatnot. So, because you'll be away.
Spring break. We're on spring
We're on
break.
spring break.
So if that is, we're calling that season, the end of season 1.
Yeah. All right. Maybe.
I don't know. We haven't talked to anybody else. They
No,
can't really stop
we'll talk
us
to the
either.
other boys.
All right. So look. What have we got here? I'm just looking at the old computer here, and it is telling
holy
us
moly.
that
We haven't really. talked.
we are
On time.
at
Holy
the
shit, that's
exact moment.
bizarre. We didn't even
Quite
fake
strange. I
that
didn't
one.
edit that. I did
Hey
not
Tim,
edit that.
enjoy that fucking dollar, man.
I got my dollar.
Spend it wisely.
It'll probably end up being tips for some hooker.
Who are you? One pod left. And 3 of us.
The escape pod. The escape pod.
What if there are droids in the escape pod? The sensors wouldn't pick them up.
Escape pod, as I say, it's really nice.
Well, boys, it's a very lovely ship. I think you should go down. Goodbye.